Hi, I'm Ernest, and in this video we are going to take a look at the newest features of Ajax Search Pro 4.28.1. So here we go, here is the changelog, and let's take a look at the new features. First one, this is a very big one, added CLI commands to control the index table from the command line. This one has been requested so many times. Let me just really quickly show you. Here is a knowledge base on all the common flags and how they work. So what this does is basically you can create a new index, continue an existing index, delete it, reindex an item, whatever. So in practice, it looks like this. This command line is open on a WordPress installation with a couple of posts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run WP ASP index new command, and this is going to create a completely new index from scratch. Of course, there's a prompt. This will delete the existing one. It's okay. And we're going to make a new one. This shouldn't take really long. I think it is like 80 posts. Oh, here we go. So as you can see, you can create a new index just like that. And there's like other commands, for example, ASP index, what's that, info. So I can get the information. So there's 88 items indexed with the 4,600 keywords. I can also delete or continue, whatever. There's going to be a separate video on this, going in depth with all the flags and everything. The next one is added option for the index table to be compressed. So this is also index table related. The compression in my tests revealed that around 50% of the disk size was saved, which is huge, without like any performance issues. The option is right here. So if you go to the index table settings, let me click on it. And performance accuracy, enable index table database compression. For like a couple thousand posts, this isn't gonna make like a huge difference. But if you have like maybe 100,000, that's gonna make a big difference. The next one, added an option to control the action of the close icon. And let's go to the theme and styling settings, magnifier loader close icon. If I scroll down, I have this close icon enabled. And set, this is the default, the clear is the default. So whenever you like start typing something and click, this is the close icon that's referring to. So if you hit it, it's going to clear the input and close the results. So now you can turn even that off. So if I were to search for something here and just clear it, but it doesn't close the results. And also the action. So either clear or reset the settings, and clear, reset, and re-trigger the search. So let's do with the reset the settings, which is if I change this to, I don't know, this one, hit this, and if everything goes well, this should be reset to yes. It should be reset to parent one. Maybe I should do the closing the results container and try again. So here we go. Go that, and it goes back to that. And the last one is clear, reset, and re-trigger. Of course, like closing results in this case makes no sense because it's going to re-trigger. So I type in something and click on X and it just resets and re-triggers. So that's that. So the next one is added an option to remove irrelevant taxonomy filter values when the filter is used in archive pages. So this one's a tiny bit more complicated. Right now I have this search bar with these filters, right? As you can see, there's like plenty of them in the drop down. Right here, I'm on a category archive on test cat 1, which only has one item. This one item is within some of these categories, which we seen on this drop down. But when I open the drop down, now there's only 3. That is because I have this feature enabled, which is, let me just go back to the front-end search settings, categories and taxonomy terms, and this one. Display only relevant taxonomy terms on archive pages. So because on this archive, there's only this one item, which belongs to only some of the categories in the filter, the rest is omitted because it doesn't really make sense. This is especially useful when you're like, right now it's not set up to filter this archive, but if you're using it to filter the archive, this is really useful. Next one, added an option to control non-translated content visibility when using WPML. So if you're using a WordPress multilingual plugin, this is for you. When you go to the advanced options, content and fields, and you have this WPML plugin active, these options will show up, otherwise they don't. So you can enable, disable, of course, this compatibility. As of now, the items which have not been translated, they were treated as like the main category language. So they were displayed. So right now, you can change that. So either turn them off, show them on all languages, or default back to the previous state, which is show them on main language and treat them as if they were in the main language. Okay, next one, added the terms include and terms arguments to the get values custom field filter pseudocode. Okay, this one is even more complicated than the one with the taxonomy terms. I'll try to explain it the best way I can. So here I have a test custom field filter, which has two values. Those values in this editor are fetched from this get values via this get values pseudocode, which is going to run through the database and fetch all the values that are available for this test custom field, right? So you don't have to type it in. It is like an automated thing. But there are certain arguments to this, and right now two more have been added, the terms exclude and terms include. What that does is you can exclude values, exclude custom field values that belong to some post categories. For example, exclude, I think it was 70. 70 is, I don't know which category that is, but it has the post that has this value 1 attached to it, right? So when I exclude that whole category, this should disappear as well. So I have to save this, and boom, it's no longer there. This is to exclude custom field values from the filter that had been attached to certain post categories, posts from that certain category. And also you can use the terms include, and if you want to add more, of course you can comma separated list of like IDs of the categories. This is more like an advanced feature. It's likely that most of you are not going to use that, but yeah, this is a possibility. Next, added an option to adjust the live search trigger delay. Now this one is a little bit more interesting. Live search trigger delay, what does that mean? So if I go to search behavior and live search triggers, and there's this new option like delay before triggering the live search after keystrokes or changing facets. So as of now, there's a little bit of, tiny bit of, if I enter a character, there's like a tiny bit of delay, and that is to prevent constant requests to the server until the user finishes typing. And I found like 300 milliseconds is like very common delay between keystrokes. But of course, if you feel like it, you can just, just decrease it. And right now, see, as I'm typing, I'm getting these triggers much sooner, but that means a lot more requests to the server as well. Okay, next one. Added an option to separately set the minimum character count to trigger the live search as well as the redirection via magnifier. This one is also interesting, so might as well, as we are here, here is the minimum character to trigger the live search. Say I set it to 3. So as I'm typing, I'm only getting live search results when I get to 3 characters. And the problem with that, this also applied to the enter and the magnifier events, which usually redirect to the search results page, which of course you can change here. But let's say I want a different number. I want all, like even an empty search phrase, to redirect to the results page like here. So there is this new option where you can set that. Before this release, this was unified, so this was taken into account, but right now it is separated, and so you can set a different number. Perhaps you wanna, you don't want to show live results for like 0 characters or 1, but you may want to show or redirect the user to the results page even if they enter 1 or 2 characters. And that is all for the new features. Maybe in one honorable mention is that the update system, it was a little problematic. There was a bug discovered that didn't really enable the auto update, the automated auto updates on WordPress, and now that should be fixed, and a couple of other conflicts. So yeah, that's it. All right, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. I enjoy reading your comments. And if you don't have an Ajax Search Pro license yet, well, what are you waiting for? Links in the description below. Bye.